I think I'll need a little bit of flight. Maybe like that. Hee 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 hee. It moves. Okay. I think the game might need to be just a tiny bit louder. Okay. Hello. I said I would play something super relaxing and super nice, and this just so happened to be the game I thought would be absolutely perfect for this game. This is Firewatch. It's a pretty, pretty relaxing game. I think I haven't played it ever, but I have watched a gameplay of it, like, when I was really young. And I'm excited. I'm ready for something nice and relaxing. Here is the fit so far. I've got pink eyeshadow, and I got the nicest, comfiest, softest sweater I could possibly find. Because we're getting nice and cozy up in here, okay? I'm excited. This is gonna be nice. This is gonna be nice. Okay. New game. Brand new spanking game. Okay. Whoa. How do I... There we go. Boulder, Colorado. You see Julia. Do I do anything? Oh. Okay. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So what's your major? So what's your, major? You're pretty. What's your major? You slur the word major and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says. And I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours? She asks. She sniffs the air. Toxicology. Was that a burn, you ask? She says defiantly, worried she hurt your feelings. She asks if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. That's how I met your mother. Okay. To use objects. You can see my pants look like basic white boy attire. Is that my truck? I'd imagine so. It's the only other vehicle here. Load gear into the truck. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in, share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Because beer is great, I guess. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. Hey there, buddy. Maybe you should get the dog that she's in love with. You pick up the beagle and she names him Bucket. Oh, Bucket's a good dog. And a week later, you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. Forget about the other one. You love him too. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off the high desert. I didn't know there would be a desert in Boulder. I guess I haven't been to Boulder in a while. What do you think about kids? She asks. Oh my God. Kids. They're not very smart. Or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have some, a couple little idiots. One day, why rush? That would be pretty good. I guess if my partner wants him, that would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. Okay. Did I grab my backpack? I'm sure I did. Okay. I'm going to go against all of my usual tendencies to explore the living hell out of this game, and I'm just going to go in the direction the game wants me to. Do not forget to check in. You're in their country now. And their paws. We're in their country. You hear that, folks? $19.80. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. Oh, I've got to click the red stuff. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You get mad or you ignore her. It's never healthy to hold back your emotions. Now is probably not the best time while she's drunk. I don't think I've ever been in this sort of situation before, but I think it's better to talk about our feelings. I'm going to go with you get mad. You call her an inconsiderate asshole. She tells you to go fuck yourself and to not be such a baby. You call her selfish. She knows you mean it and it hurts her feelings. Why do we have to hurt her feelings, though? 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like He-Man, or You frolic like a Victorian secret model. Let's go with that one. Very nice. Uh-oh. That was a long jump. How are your ankles, bud? Wow. What's this? 2 forks. 8 more miles. That's where I'm gonna be stationed, I suppose. Hop over. Alright. That's pretty beautiful. That's pretty beautiful. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Bucket gets kicked? Fuck. Dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You comfort the you confront the attacker. You scare him away versus you beat his goddamn face in. You scare him away. You reach into your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all three of you. He runs away. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say, okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Okay. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job. Associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job or agree if she commutes back and forth. I'm not convincing her to take this job. This isn't an amazing opportunity for her. Agree if she commutes back and forth. It's what's best. It's a good compromise, I think. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder three times each semester. Wow. 1985. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She didn't remember that she had happily loaned them 2 days prior. Unfortunate mistake. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it, or you make macaroni and drink wine to try to forget about it. Why would we want to forget about it? Let's talk to somebody about it. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. Very hard. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Oh. This is us. Wants us to pick up our journal. Whoa! Whoa! I didn't know that was going to be a thing. I apologize, everybody. Okay. Bucket is getting older. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. It gets worse. We're already at 17 minutes. It's crazy. 1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the two weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility. You are determined to take care of her by yourself. Still very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Well. Oh! Oh! You're gonna be... Okay. Not a dangerous animal. It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. Yeah. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college baseball in the winter. Drinking then, too. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. You put a chair in front of the bedroom door. Well, you trust that she sleeps like a rock. I don't think it's very responsible for me to be going out after she goes to bed anyways. Oh. I trust that she sleeps like a rock. This is irresponsible anyways. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. A couple nights a week. You look forward to those nights. 1989. One night you are stopped by a DUI checkpoint. You blow a .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law, Susan. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. Then they tell you Julia's coming to live with them. You don't argue. You say you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. And now 21 minutes into our stream. And now we are here. We are here.